Now, boys and girls, I want you to think a little bit again. And we want to be thinking about following the rules. Now, I want you to imagine you're playing a game of football. And at the start of the game of football, the referee comes across and he says to you, just forget about all the rules. Just do whatever you want. What would happen? Well, probably there would be chaos. Some people would be saying, yeah, this is great, and they'll just be having a bit of fun kicking the ball around. But there might be others who decide, well, I want to take this more seriously. And they do their best to score goals, and they don't really care about anybody else, so they trip people up. They push them over. And then people start to get angry and cross. Before you know it, they're maybe fighting. So therefore, it's good to have those rules. The referee blows the whistle. And as you play, you know that if you don't play by the rules, that whistle will blow. The game will be stopped and there'll be a free kick or a penalty or something like that. There might even be a yellow card or worse still, a red card. People get sent off because they don't follow the rules. Or what about crossing the road? There are rules about crossing the road. It's called the Highway Code or the Green Cross Code. And in that Highway Code and in the Green Cross Code, it tells you the proper way to cross the road. How you should stop at the side of the road and look left and right and look left again to make sure that there's no cars coming. And when you make sure there's no cars coming, then you walk across in a straight line, quickly, but not running. And you should safely get to the other side. Now, if you decide not to follow those rules, then the likelihood is that you'll walk up to the side of the road and you'll just keep on walking, and at some point there'll be a car coming and knock you over. And that wouldn't be very clever not to follow those rules. The same thing applies if you're riding your bike. You have to follow the Highway Code. You have to do the things that you're told to do, give proper signals and things like that. Because if you don't, then you're likely to get knocked off your bike, or you're likely to get in trouble with the police. And the same thing applies to doing your homework. When you're given homework to do, there are rules. There's a certain time that you have to have it done by. You have to lay out the page in a certain way. You have to write in a particular way. Maybe you're told how many words you're allowed to write. If you don't follow those rules, you get in trouble. If you hand it in late, you'll be punished. If you don't lay it out right, you'll probably be asked to do it again. So following the rules are important. And it's also important to follow the rules in life. It's important that we do what God says, because God knows what is best for us. It's important that we follow the 10 Commandments and do what they say. It's important that we follow what the Bible says. Yes, because God knows what is best. And what is best also includes forgiveness. We've all done things that are wrong. We've all done things that are not following God's rules. When we do that, we sin. We need to ask Jesus to forgive us. And doing the rules, following the rules, asking for forgiveness isn't just about saying your prayers at night. It's not just about listening to this children's address. But that story that we read in the Bible just a few minutes ago said that Lydia was a worshipper of God. Now, that sounds as if she was a Christian. She was doing what appeared to be right. But we're also told that the Lord opened her heart to respond to the gospel, to what Paul had been saying. And you know, boys and girls, you also need to open your heart to Jesus. Yes, you need to follow all the rules that the Bible has said. And it is good that you listen to the children's address and maybe the other service. It is good that you come to church. But you need to ask Jesus for forgiveness. Ask him to come into your life and to lead him. And all you have to do is ask him quietly in prayer. Lord, I want you to forgive me. I want you to come into my life and help me to follow God's rules. If you do that, then you become a Christian, and you will be sure that one day you'll get to heaven. Now we're going to sing your song for this morning. It's called, I Have Decided to Follow Jesus.